I don't mean to rub it in to parts of the country that are still winter-bound and full of snow, but we are heading again in Calgary to about plus 16 today as we come inside Winsport Arena on this 5th day of our coverage, the World Women's Curling Championship, and say hello, Canada. Welcome back. Joe, Russ alongside. We'll hear from Kathy momentarily. Let's check the standings as they are going into this 5th day of play. And Canada has now fallen to second place after their extra end loss to Switzerland last night. 6 teams will qualify at the end of round robin on Friday night. And so let's get your thoughts on where Canada stands right now after the loss.
Well, you know, Vic, they had their struggles last night, but they came up against a really strong team from Switzerland, pushed them all the way to that extra end, but they want to avoid falling into that 2-loss point. Those 4 teams, they don't want to end up back there, so they have to bounce back today.
And it's really, at this point in time, still wide open.
Oh, no kidding. Virtually from 3 losses up, there's more than half the field. A lot of those teams are going to play each other. It's still a long week. Somebody's got to lose those games. So 3, 4 losses, maybe even 5's available.
Well, we know that 5 losses did get the teams in last year. So let's look at our matchup for this morning, and it is Canada against Turkiye. And keep in mind now that the stones were sharpened overnight.
It's all about believe it, Vic. You have to believe it. There's going to be way more curl. They're going to dig in quick. They're going to make a left and right hand turns as they come into the rings. Totally different than last night. And front end dominance, this front end. Shannon, Carly, what do you say? They are so much better than the front end they're going to play. Stay aggressive with the first 4 rocks.
For Turkiye, you win 4, you lose 2.
Yeah, and for them, because of what Russ is saying, that Canadian front end is so strong, they need to focus on late end aggression. This woman right here, Yildiz, phenomenal curler. She needs to wait to play those big shots until it's her turn to go. And higher guards, if they scouted Team Canada yesterday, they would see that Canada had run back issues. Put those guards a little further away from the rings, make it a little bit tougher.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue brand and the official tissue of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for 45 years. Turkiye against Canada as we say good morning to Kathy. Turkiye's first curling club in Erzurum back in 2010.
Well, and that's where this team trains out of. It is the only curling arena, but in the last year, they have opened up 3 new facilities in 3 different cities, 1 a 2-sheeter and 2 1-sheeters. The key is one of them is in Ankara. That is a town or a city of over 5 million people. That increases exposure to the game. They now have 10 teams in a Super League, 128 women playing. This is development, and we will see development for Turkey.
Time to meet the teams now, brought to you by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. Team Canada from Gimli, Manitoba, skipped by Carrie Einarson and backed up by the Killer Bees, Burgess, Burchard, and Val Sweeting at 3rd. They do hail from Erzurum. That's in the eastern part of the country. They are skipped by Disat Yildiz with Berfin Sengul, Ichlau, Karaman, and Osner Polat at lead, 2nd and 3rd respectively. And they have won the draw to the button by about 10 centimeters with these freshly sharpened stones. And to get us underway, the Canadian lead is Carly Burgess.
I expect all the teams out here to get close on the speed. It's going to be getting that line right. You watch the broom right there for the first one. Almost 2 feet, at least 1.5 feet wider than it was last night for the draw of the button.
Yeah, and last night we weren't seeing a lack of curl on the draw weight shots by any means. No. It was just that little bit straighter on those chase weight shots, kind of the hack weights, the board weights. But now we're seeing even more curl on those draws, so it's who can catch on first. And when you're having to just get by the guard to get the right line, now you can get by a much wider margin.
If the speed's dead on, and that's going to be the hard part, isn't it? You separate the good from the great by getting the speed right on those chase shots.
15-80. Give you a nice little boost here.
Familiar, of course, 5 rock rule, 10 ends of play, must play a minimum of 6, 38 minutes thinking time, 1 60-second timeout, plus some travel time for that coach. And of course, the no tick rule with that center line guard on the center line cannot be removed till the 5th stone has been played.
Keep going.
If there's enough speed in this one, watch this thing go.
Keep going. 4, 6. Yep.
By the guard by 2.5 feet.
Curl. Yep.
So, Joe, we know that the stones will curl more. Does that affect the timing and the weight of the stones?
Yeah, so typically you'll need to add at least a couple of feet because you're getting more curl. That means you're getting more sideways movement at the end.
I talked to Merck this morning. They use 60 grit, Russ, which is similar to what they used on the stones to sharpen them at the Scotties.
Good point. Most people use 80. It's not quite as aggressive, abrasive. 60s more so. And they find with the 60, Kat, they don't tend to get too much more curl off the hop, but the scratches last longer.
Okay.
Merck being Mike Merklinger, the associate and assistant ice chief to Hans Vutrick, who does run the ice show here.
So two kind of predictable misses from Berfensengel here. She was light on her come around on her first. Again, just getting caught in the slower speed, especially in the fresher lines. You got to add a little more than you think you need. And then there, the weight was pretty close, just the wreck on the guard and the over curl.
Team Canada playing, you know, all the Grand Slams, all the Canadian Championships, all the Worlds for this particular team have way more experience with the very sharp, aggressive stones.
Quick turnaround for all these Canadians. Obviously, they left the arena after a quick debrief last night after their extra end loss to the Swiss. And right underneath Shannon Burchard, she said everybody has their own routines they go through, and for her it's a heating pad on her back.
Well deserved.
Now you start that recovery process as soon as possible. I also think it's important you don't put too much pressure on yourself to go straight to sleep. You have to appreciate you'll have to come down from that game. These athletes will be good at the recovery piece in between this one and the next one.
Well, especially last night, Joe. Think about coming off the ice after an extra end game that felt like it was playoffs. It's pretty hard to just shut it off.
Yeah, Shannon, they're good.
Put the guard back.
Yeah, and those are tougher too, Vic. Look where the broom is. They're taking a little bit over 5.5 here. So obviously if Shannon's 3 feet heavy, it's got way too much time to curl that extra half a rock. The light will never curl enough. So you got to nail the speed to be able to get the line right here.
Car, go ahead. Gotta go, gotta go. Hard, car. Gotta get to the line. Hard, push. Hard, hard, hard. More.
Oh, really nice. Very nice scrub.
Those, this could be missed more than made right now. The morning draw, just perfect.
And nice depth too. You know that it's coming into the rings if it's any tighter.
Ichlal Karaman. She's been an alternate the past couple of years. And we're just going to pick that one off the top. Will it go? And not quite.
Still a great opportunity here for Canada. It can change your strategy a bit, Vic, because you're all of a sudden the run backs are tougher than they were last night, and these come arounds are easier.
I got a smidge more, yeah. A little more. Like fighting the lines. Yeah.
Yeah, Val struggled last evening, and that dropped her down to now 6th. I mean, the takeaway in talking with Shannon before the game, she agreed that with our assessment that the team struggled for the first maybe 7 ends. They weren't dictating, they were always chasing, but ultimately when you get that opposition to have to draw the lid, you take that away with you.
Well, and one of the things, Vic, that she also said is that they just got caught last night not believing. They saw the times on the clocks. They knew that the ice was faster and straighter, but it just took a long time for them to not think it was just path specific, but sheet specific.
Yeah, it was a really strange situation, Kathy, because I thought Carly and Shannon did a really good job with the placement of their rocks, but Val and Carrie both had Oh, that was so
ran it back and
close.
stuffed it. Still sitting at 2, sorry.
Yeah, Val and Carey both had misses by wide margins on the heavy side, so I don't know if it was part of just the communication piece that was off or just Val and Carey not quite taking that extra second to buy in, but it was on more than one occasion.
Yes.
And you don't often see that. Maybe one guard slips in the rings, but then it doesn't happen again.
Continuing to get free out-turn come-arounds in a very swingy spot with these stones. And it'd be incredibly easy for Val to sink this buried.
Hard! Top 8! Hard going. Really hard! Hard! Gotta go!
Burgess
Top
left.
12!
Pritchard right. Big carry again.
Keep going. Keep pushing. Hard, hard! Keep going!
Big carry again. And in they go. And look at this, sitting 1, 2, and 3 with Outlast Rock here in the first.
Good brush. Good.
That works.
Böyle çıkmıştım.
Nice.
Double peel or straight back. I'm thinking double peel.
Oh. Whoa, whoa. Dönsün.
Yildiz, Polat, Sengul have appeared in 5 World Championships. For Karaman, it's her debut. What are you going to get here? Oh, there, you'll get rid of 1. And squirt it over, still sitting 2.
Really, really good outcome, though. Now they got a little room to breathe here.
I think I can take
Reminds me a little of the game last night, Canada and Switzerland, as the Canadians were chasing almost immediately.
True.
And Turkiye doing the chasing here.
Yeah, I'll come in.
Yeah, really nice result for Osner to get the rocks off the forefoot there.
Five feels.
Guards are almost
Definitely a
staggered,
lot
though,
thicker
so
Yeah,
Carey
probably
Einarson can put one kind of top 4. Yildiz might have to play a chase weight type shot on hers.
You know this spot awfully well already. Has to be getting a little quicker, but the brushers know that.
Close. I think it's close.
Line's good. Top
Skip
4.
Stones here in the first.
Yeah, tighter path.
Line only.
Tighter path. Gotta go.
Line's okay.
Yeah.
Our weight's okay.
Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go. Or me to take it. Light. Yeah. Go ahead.
Just missed the quick spot.
It's on the front. Just tighter path. Just a tighter path. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you'll see with the sharper stones.
Yeah, good stuff.
Sweepers liked the weight out of Carey's hand, but as soon as it got in a line that wasn't as broken down,
Might not have been as
just
back.
got kind of gobbled up.
She thought, like early, she thought, oh, it's straightening up a little bit.
I think that's okay if it's in your path.
Yeah, it would have been less.
But she'd have tons of weight if she stayed the good stuff. Has this end ever flipped?
I think it also like.
4 mü? 4.
Aynen 4.
Çizgi kapalı. Olsun. Tamam yani.
Tighter path again, Joe.
Kontrollü
Trying to get
kızlar.
around a
Yani
guard
hem
that's
oraya
moved.
tutacak, hem buraya Felt like I kicked like with a 14-5.
Yeah.
This Turkiye team went 3-9 at last year's World Championships. Their best ever result, 6-6 in Sandviken back in 23.
Yeah, I remember that week. I was there covering it, and Tilsat was insane. She was making in-offs, she was making triples. She stood on her head that week, and it was a very impressive result.
Yeah, you got to get it in there though first, and now it's really a mess up top.
Biliyor musun? Çizgisi kapandı ya. I don't know that takes 10 days.
Yeah, she has indeed become the face of curling in Turkiye. Tilsat Yildiz. Been curling now for 14 years, if you can believe it. And it was the World University Games that actually got them to build the first arena in Erzurum. And that was back in 2010. Erzurum is in the eastern part of the country, whereas Istanbul is on the west side, on the water, more tropical, whereas Erzurum is closer to Georgia and Armenia and very much in the mountains. So that's why the game has taken off there.
Just didn't pick up on Einarson's error.
Back 8. Back 8.
This is a bullet,
liked
which,
it.
and rightly so.
There it goes. Can't. Can't. Yes. Line. Line. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa. That never has
could
We're in the
overcurl.
hole. 13.
What a shot.
Wonderful to make that adjustment.
That's a hawk-to-hawk time of 13 seconds. So for reference, yesterday 13 seconds was well through the rings.
And she came out very aggressive.
Just had to go for it in that
Yep.
spot. So, though you heard the weight call of kind of back 8 out of the hand.
We're in the hole.
broom's off. It's perfect.
13. Wow, yeah.
Boy, you have to believe that's 12 feet heavier than yesterday.
That was the key, Kathy.
Yes.
This is no picnic here. We talk about once the rocks are dusted up like this, you've got to get the weight right.
With them. Like, I don't care if it's heavy. Just
All right, that's a pretty generous window by comparison, though. But is it a lot narrower because of the sharpened stone?
100%. And last night, I would say you could make this 85 times out of 100. It's closer to 50-50 here.
Imagine that. Look at this. DSAT leading all skips. Can she get through the hole here? It's a hit against 3. Got to get it through. Yes, you know. Test that late little curl, and it'll spin through. And Canada will pick up a steal here in the first. They put a tray on the board.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together, by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada, by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporter for 45 years, and by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
Turkiye trying to find their way back after giving up a steal of 3 in the first, as we welcome you back to Calgary Winsport Event Center, our coverage of the World Women's Curling Championship. Canada's junked it up. I mean, I have to suggest that partly the reason for so many stones out in front was because of the sharpened rocks. And
Sure.
They weren't adjusting to it. But a last rock draw by Carrie Einarson to sit 3, and then DSAT Yildiz couldn't find the hole. And so Turkey once again does have last rock. Turkiye playing the red stones here in 2.
As a veteran skipper, in this case a veteran team that's played on all kinds of different ice surfaces, certainly with sharpened rocks many times, you just love this scenario. The Team Turkiye curled 44% in that, and not close on a lot of them. Close on a lot of them, Vic, but always light, always narrow, and they just did not pick up on those last couple of shots. That was crucial.
Yeah, and Canada wasn't perfect either. They had a few misses on the lady-tighty side of things, to use the technical term.
Yep.
But you could just tell for Yildiz on that last one, it was the question in your head as the skip, is it or isn't it? And you honestly, you have to be scared of missing it on the heavy and wide side, at least for the first few ends until the ice is broken down.
That never in a million years wrecks on the inside guard like it did last night.
And that's where also with the sharpened stones, Canada will have the edge with their brushing. Shannon and Carly are so strong and powerful. They're harder to hold, harder to drag when they're sharpened like this, but they'll still have more of an effect compared to Turkiye.
Yok yani iyi 9 yani.
Throw him!
Well, Turkiye is not alone in watching the other sheets. The misses are all the same kind of way.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's teams, and even the more experienced teams are just not adjusting quick enough this morning.
It's quite the adjustment, because last night it was so fast and so straight.
Yep.
But that's brilliant. I wish it was like that all the time. And that's part of the sport. You've got to be able to read ice.
I know we're close. Yeah. Hard!
Sweet.
Yep.
Normal.
Burgess on the brush. Avoid the jam on the way through.
Not a bad setup here for Turkiye, though. Nice pair from Sengel, getting that rock buried around the corner. That could be the second point on the board.
Güzel.
Yürüyor! Wow!
Karaman's looking to make the hit. Would love to roll to the right-hand side of the rings.
And will sit down to be the shot stone.
Big over curl again.
Again, you're sitting in the hack. If you're Karaman and you're just thinking, just don't roll out. If anything, you know, you can use your sweepers to hold it straight. It's all those tolerance things. You just kind of have to park the last couple of days and commit.
They've touched this guard before.
Oh, yeah. Just no speed. And that's the
12-2.
hardest part. If you can't nail the speed on those chase shots, you're in big trouble.
12-2 hog to hog. They wanted bumper weight, which probably would be something closer to like 11, 11 and a half.
That's all it takes.
Great chance now for Turkiye. Listener Polat's just going to throw a winger. So this is the question mark too for speed. Not a lot of rocks come down this center line to the wing spot in the pregame practice. Everything coming towards the button to get the draw for hammer. So assume you need a little bit extra.
She's throwing the extra too.
You're sweeping it smart though, keeping the brooms down.
Düşer.
Tamam sen de.
Hızı güzel.
Süper.
Güzel özüne alışmış.
Güzel.
Wonderful guess.
Güzel.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great then.
Val Sweeting as we play third stones here in this set. Looking to make the double and possibly roll up and underneath. Now, a little slow to get there. Burchard, here we go. Got one, got two, and won't come up.
That had air at the second hog line.
Good throw.
Yeah, didn't do much.
Great throw.
Val's always had that ability
Like
to,
overall a better throw.
if she's going to miss one, it's the first one. She makes the second one.
Yeah, a lot of resilience for Val. Those inside-out peel weight shots.
Yeah, it's okay.
Previously were running deadly straight. They were putting the broom exactly where they wanted to hit the rock. So they took a little more ice, anticipating a bit of extra curl, and they almost missed that.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, Garbino. Dönsün. Dönsün. Yap. Yap.
Set sıcak, set.
Garbin.
Osner Polat. And we'll leave it right there. They are sitting two. So this is the second of split days for the Canadians. Today they played Turkiye this morning, afternoon off, Scotland tonight. Tomorrow, one more of those, Korea, then Norway in the evening. Finally, on Friday, last day of round robin, afternoon Australia, and in the evening they'll close against Japan. 13 teams, 12-game round robin, top 6 will make the playoffs that begin on Saturday.
You'd love to be in the top 2 because that gets you into the semi and saves you a game, a sudden death game.
Yeah, this is their best ever start for Team Einarson. And had an idea, just couldn't finish it.
Good sweep. Yeah.
I didn't mind
It's a hair big, yeah.
Didn't mind.
I heard them say hair heavy, thus not getting the perfect roll, and that's what you tend to do. You tend to come out of the hack like a rocket, knowing, trying to protect that big curl.
Sen de izle.
Yeah, and as the sheet breaks down, as the game goes on, it'll be less and less dramatic. You just have to watch if you're in a line that hasn't been used. The rocks will show a little bit more of those tendencies to curl and slow down.
This team qualified for these World Championships at last year's European Championship. Oh, did well to save it, and look at the roll, and then it pops out.
Another over curl. Jumped on them a bit.
The disappointment for Turkiye was the Olympic qualifier in Kelowna last fall. They went 3-4, failing to qualify for the Olympics, as they were trying to become the first Turkiye team to qualify for an Olympics. They've had individual athletes for Winter Games.
Right.
No team had ever qualified, and so they just missed that opportunity.
Well, they're going to have chances. It's a good team. Chance here too if you get this under.
Well, if you get it underneath, Joe, it probably results in a draw, you would think, and on some unfamiliar ice.
Yeah, even just to get a piece under, but this is moving.
Try to hold this up here. Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Oh, and it'll roll out the other side and sits down.
Good sweep. 10 pie? I got 10. Just
Finally nail the weight.
This wide open hit in a little bit of a new spot. It's not as simple as it was yesterday.
Curls. Dang it.
Aynı zine. 3-2. Hızlı mıydı da? İyiydi. Çizgi nerede?
Chance for a couple after giving up that steal of 3 in the first. Turkiye.
Onun da olur. Aynen. Easy.
Gel yap.
Yap.
Hiç bırakma. Saç.
Sengol.
Devam.
Kahraman. Right to it.
O 25.
And very nice. There it is. They'll pick up 2. So a nice comeback for Turkiye. And it'll be a 5th championship for Carrie Einarson.
I think that was one of my biggest reactions winning, to be honest. I threw my broom and I hugged Carrie.
It was just overall excitement, and it being Carly's first win, it was a pretty special moment.
I just grabbed Shannon so hard and started jumping up and down, and I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
You have this elation because it's the culmination of like so much hard work and like a full season of ups and downs. But I think also just given the fact that I missed last season due to my knee injury, you know, there's just an extra sense of pride.
Getting to stand on the podium and realizing that all I've put into curling and all the hard work over the last couple of years has really paid off.
Indeed it has, as they wear the maple leaf here in Calgary. Yes. Wants that gold medal as a world champion with 2 bronzes. The 5-time Canadian champion. And yeah, you go back to that 21 season. Boy, she spent a lot of time in the bubble, didn't she? Winning that mixed doubles championship with Brad Gouju. As we welcome you back, Day 5 coverage on this Wednesday morning to Winsport Event Center, Canada Olympic Park. Canada with a steal of 3. Turkiye replies with a couple. So first time in the game here in this third. Canada with the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
A lot of nice shots from Turkiye there. They're starting to figure out the differences.
Hızlı.
Turkiye, this is looking like too much weight. Carly just made a beautiful come around with her second rock to that top 4 area.
I would rather just draw.
I'd rather just freeze ours, yeah?
I missed that one. I got 13-5.
Okay, so probably like 4-3.
Yeah.
You got it, Shannon. Yeah.
Similar to my draw to the button.
Hitting and rolling in, you can't get it hidden enough. And if you ever nose it, you set up a double, and that takes away that beautiful buried rock they've already got. So this much smarter play. Even if you're light here, it plays.
They were the leaders in hammer efficiency, scoring 2 or more with last rock. But they only went 1 for 5 in yesterday's game against Switzerland. Their only conversion came in 10 when they scored the 2 to force the extra. And in talking with Shannon Burchard, I said, you had a chance for the 3 spot. Was it there? Do you think it was there? She says, oh yeah, we looked at it on video afterwards. The problem was they had little or no time remaining. They were hurried up. She said, if we had those few extra seconds, we probably could have made the shot for the win.
Yeah, it was there. It was tough. It had to throw it hard, but Carrie Einarson has no problem doing that. It was just pretty straight last night. They didn't quite catch the curl.
Yeah, they only had 7 seconds left.
Yeah, it was a thin shot, but maybe hit a quarter, and Carrie hit about an 8.
Yes.
Good enough for 2, but not for 3. The only other time Carrie even had a shot for 2 was the 8th end, and it was a triple raise. It was a really strong performance from Switzerland.
Certainly was.
Had a real tough time converting.
But I wonder if in the post-game discussion they talked about managing their clock, because in that game there were a couple of times it was slowed down, and I felt bad for Carrie on that last shot in 10. You could hear Carly saying 25 seconds, 15 seconds. That has to get in your head. Now you're doing a hurry up, and that doesn't always result in good outcomes.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned the time, Kathy, because they had a ton of time earlier in the game. The second half, both teams had lots of it, and so they did take the time to have those conversations because of that extra time on the clock. But you do get a sense that you got to bank a few extra seconds for that 10.
Yeah, credit to Switzerland too. They put Canada in such awkward situations over and over and over again. They burn a lot of time.
Unless you go like if they go here again, I get scary. Do we do that?
Yeah.
Anywhere here?
Okay.
Trying to guard against the red into the 2 yellows?
Yes, because it looks like with enough speed you could double off the 2 Canadian rocks.
Each just put that in a perfect spot. Really nice adjustment from her first. Being the newcomer to this team, this would be probably doesn't have a lot of experience in throwing with the sharpened stones. You know, each world championship, Turkiye has had to deal with these exact conditions, so it does take a minute or 2 to adjust to it.
Looks a shade heavier.
Top 8.
6th rock down this path.
Really got a curl, guys.
Well, they're getting it over there.
You're getting it, Val. We're top 8. You're getting it. Keep going. Whoa, straight. Yep.
Oh, you can almost get a second shot then.
Okay, 3rd shot.
Almost good as that 3rd. Whoa. I think this rock will curl and die. So. Would that one time?
28.
Oh, really quick there. Yeah. So
good throw.
Yeah.
Almost curled too much though, Russ. Can you still hammer that red? And
you're right. You're absolutely right. It's in a good spot, the yellow one for later, but it exposes the red double. Red raised double.
Yeah, line was wide early, but the speed was fine, so I don't know that they had to try to make it curl quite so much. Hit what you can see.
Yes. It's tricky because you can only get too much of the shot rock. Might not have enough room, but you don't have to move the other one very far. Try to keep this red underneath somehow.
Based on the ice, I don't think they're throwing this very hard.
Osner pull out. And all over their own up top.
I know it sounds like we're making excuses for these athletes, but for the first, well, yesterday, maybe the day before, you were protecting on those high weight ones. You could not back it up. It wouldn't come back. Now it's the opposite. You've got to get it out there or it's going to take off. That wasn't even close.
Jab.
Another guard?
Yeah, tight guard.
Val Sweeting.
Keep out there. Line. 2. Line. Yep.
This was narrow early. Carly jumped all over it as soon as Val let it go. I think that plays.
Just. Had to get off it. They wanted it deeper, but it was going to over curl.
Kullanırız. Yapacak bir şey yok burada.
Oraya da bir 85. 8 de olur Özgür abla.
Jeez, where do you go with the out turn though? Like, this has to be locked solid.
On the stone that's top button?
Yeah, big trouble here. Be tempting to keep working away at that in turn.
Yeah, I thought maybe we'd see a back line type shot. I mean, you wouldn't be able to move a yellow far enough to get it not counting first or second, but maybe push one into the open.
It certainly sits second.
Yeah, that was my only thought.
Pretty good.
This is great if you make it. It's just there's one spot it can be.
Sengel on the right. Karaman on the left. Right to the corner.
Güzel, çok iyi.
Oh, so close.
And they're there for second shot. Wow.
Brilliant, but Val's got to have the speed right here, but you can get to the nose there, no problem.
There's a slight overlap.
Jamming on their side.
Side one.
I think he needs bump in this middle stuff.
Yeah, the yellow auto hits the red.
You got a Val, throw good.
It's all about speed here, though.
Man, if that curls another 2 inches.
Yes.
Perfect, Russ. What a great effort on speed.
Reed's good.
Yep. Reed's good. Yes.
Trying to keep this straight. Hold it out there. Burchard on the brush. Get it by that. Oh, they did. Want one more? Oh my gosh, they did. And they'll spill them.
You couldn't do that if you tried to hit the yellow one that was over buried by a foot.
It's great. Children have arrived from different schools around Calgary getting introduction to World Women's Curling.
Who's closing all three? Worst result possible.
Yeah, just gonna be a little more crisp, like.
Şunlar şu olduğu için. Sadece açılır.
Çıkartmalı bence.
Bence o bu zaten
Önünü atmanın bir anlamı yok. Çünkü tek çıkarsa bile 2 alıyor.
Aynen,
Önünü attığımız
tamam.
zaman.
Sadece bilmiyorum, bu çok döndüğü için rahat geliyor ya taşlar.
Gelir atacak onu bir aynen.
Açıkta kalsın.
Get it right in there. Even if you're not shot, you could escape a really scary end.
Well, that Yellowstone at around 1 o'clock. The yellow one just top edge of the 4?
Yes.
Is that, did you angle that back, Joe, to catch the Turkiye stone?
I don't think so, just because of how overburied it is.
Okay.
I know there's more movement, but you could maybe tap it.
Okay.
Always get it out. Should be able to chase it.
Yeah, it's hard to see from that angle.
Look where the broom is, Vic. That's what we talked about in the opening, believe. And they heard Val somebody under their breath said she's not finishing it. Just if you don't get it out to the broom, it doesn't. You can't quite save it today as you did yesterday.
Well, to get to where you are, you're talking what, 7 feet?
Yes. Got to be slow here. Oh, they're just playing the guard. Interesting.
And if this isn't right, then that red stone may be available.
Yes.
Süper.
Güzel.
Hep de yok. Açıkta kalması iyi oldu.
I guess the thought process there is they're sitting shot rock. Might as well protect it.
Ama reaksiyonlu ya. Duydun gibi.
Runs hard. But...
Yeah, this is pretty flat.
Yeah.
I feel like the chase should be available.
I think we save that.
Peel it and make her put it
Buried by a
back.
lot.
Yeah, she might just freeze the pocket.
Can you make the in off?
I think it's too flat.
That's what I just said, yeah.
Feel like they're on? That's what I was seeing.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty close to nose.
Nose, yeah.
Just thinking back 8-foot weight on the red, that side button. You just
So, do I give this a go, Val? I could probably make this, actually.
Yeah, I think this is easier for the skill set of Carrie Einarson. Even if you bash it in there. The yellows don't go very far. The red goes down under here.
Like it might
Or
just
it's this one back here.
I think it's okay if it does. Like these are both catching.
Just save that one for your last.
You just get your shooter into
Well,
a
it's
good
just
spot.
it's a hard run. I don't want to. The odds are probably I'm wanting to over curl this, and I'm probably taking that guy, right? Okay.
Yeah, like on the run, I mean, even if you stuffed it here, we're shot.
Yeah.
2 maybe. But I think this is also there. It's just thrower's choice.
Yeah.
They're both hard.
Hey?
They're both hard.
They're both hard, yeah.
So,
like, I guess if I ever hit that high, I'd probably make the quad.
Yeah.
Like taking it off of that one and getting it that way.
Yeah. I think the run is a better result. You get a few more options out of it.
like right there.
Might leave you something if you miss this too. If you miss the other one, you're in trouble.
Got throw peel.
Yeah.
Right on the nose.
Got it.
Right on the nose.
Hey,
Straight
throw
back.
good, Kara. You got it.
There's a yellow buried Vic top 4. If this accidentally undercurls and ticks it, it might take out all the Turkiye rocks.
Carrie Einarson enter first. Straight back. Raised double. Trying to get the shot stone. Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh no, you just drive it by.
Oh boy, how close was that?
Good throw.
Oh, I just had to sweep it out of my hand.
Got the same shot.
No, that's just
Barely blows by that rock and rings.
you're talking nothing between perfect and that. It's a great try.
Well, they still have that stone available to them on the left side if they need it, depending where this goes. Now.
Ya en azından mesela
Yeah, I
şurada
think you need to
durduğu
come right
zaman
in here now.
double yapsa bile bu buna gidiyor.
Trying to nestle it in between the red and the yellow on the top
O
button.
da olabilir. Yine bunu deneyecek. Yani,
Biraz daha o zaman şöyle açılalım mı?
hayır öyle açıkta kalırsa da atma şansı olur. Ya onu tam kapatacağız çaprazlamasına. Hem bunun içi de kapanır.
Sence?
Do you play that? Do you? Does Turkiye play that in off that yellow and come in that way?
If you can throw it really hard and you're confident you can snuggle it in there, yes. The straight come around freezes be safer. Yeah, that's what they're going to go with.
Yeah. Sorry, Vic, if you ever just hit and roll instead of getting all the way in there, you could leave a double for 3.
Getting close to saying, excuse me, may I use
Kesin gelsin.
your ice over here on sheet D?
No kidding.
Önce bir başlayın.
Aynen.
Çizgisi için yani.
Bir şimdi bir şey yaparız. Sıkıntı yok.
Sonra şey yaparız.
Getting a hair better out here by now.
Berfin yap.
T-set Yildiz and her last.
Çizgisi. Söyleyebilin.
Yap.
Single
Bak
from
hızlıysa
Kahraman.
yapmayın.
Biz için Özür abla.
Önde durması arkada durmasından iyi. Yap güzel dönsün.
Oh dear.
Hah, güzel.
Is it still there?
Sure is.
Biraz daha yapabiliriz.
Abi yapsanız
Özür abla biraz daha.
Wade was in the realm, just they jumped all over it as soon as DSAT let
Should
it
miss
go.
this guy, hey?
Getting that little bit of less curl now. They're wearing off that
Either or
pebble.
play the same shot.
Yeah.
You guys like the same or this one?
Where do you have to hit on the double?
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I feel like it almost
I
goes
think she
into
makes
this.
the run if we hit
Okay,
it the
it's
exact
better run.
same.
Yeah.
You know? Right on the nose.
Okay.
It's gonna be close.
Run double.
All right, let's fucking
There's options here.
Dealer's choice, in my opinion, here, Russ.
Yeah,
She just
absolutely.
saw it.
Yeah, there's a merit for that one. This here, you've probably got to make the double, but good things can happen if you accidentally get there. That goes over here. Sheer might get that one. Bonanza.
Straight back, trying to make the double. Not at all. And now we'll take a closer look, a much closer look.
One red, yeah.
And one red it is. So from 3 up to even, and a shake of the head. Winsport Event Center on the grounds of Canada Olympic Park. Welcome back. On this Wednesday morning, Canada against Turkiye on this 5th day of the Women's World Curling Championship. Canada stole 3 in that first. Turkiye has replied with a couple and a steal of their own. So here we go to the 4th, and Canada once again with Lance Rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellow Stars. Shannon Burchard suggested in our chat prior to the game, she thought that this Turkiye team would play a lot like the Swiss, that they like to play a lot of rocks in play.
Yeah, they good point, and that's what happened last time. Turkiye put enough pressure on the Canadian back end, and they didn't get a really good shot made.
And that's kind of the DNA of this team from Turkiye, is they'll play ends like that. I mean, if Carrie makes her last, they get 4. So it's very high risk, but they put a lot of pressure on their opponents, and they'll upset some teams here because of that.
What I've seen them do in their 4 wins is they really shrink the scoring zone. So the team that has hammer may have a bunch of rocks in play, but they always seem to wedge one in there, and that's exactly what happened last time.
Yeah, great point, Kathy. Canada with hammer would be very smart to start getting play to the wings.
Yes.
Well, and in fairness, too, the end really turned around when Val overcurled on her chase attempt. She had a really good opportunity to get to the nose of a freeze that just undercurled and ended up wrecking on a rock in the rings.
Just see a third of this one, but there'll be obviously enough curl to get by if the weights lighten up. Oh, they're not trying it, they're just going around.
This is what Switzerland did last night with Team Canada. They ignored the situation on the corner and just went ahead and sat first and second behind the center line guard, and that kept Canada busy.
Watch this curl.
And out the other side.
You would have needed 3 guards to get that one buried. Wow. With the rocks being sanded last night, you might get some rocks that are a little sharper than others slightly. Then you might get that extra. That one sure looks like a cutter to me. And then teams have to figure those out.
That can also be operator error too, Russ.
Could be.
We've heard Carrie Einarson last and saying that Val didn't finish her release on the one that overcurled for her. So that's, if you don't have a little outward motion right now with the fresh rocks, they're going to take off.
Gel ben alayım ürünü. Çizginin açtı ya, az önceki kızın aynısını gelebilir bence. 75 aynen, zaten sanki açtı gibi çizgiyi. Sen de. ...75. Filiz.
Hiçlal Karaman.
Filiz. Dönsün. Gidiyor yavaş yavaş. Dönsün.
This is on a much wider line.
Dönsün Öznur. Yap. Sert. Öznur abla onu devam edelim. Okay.
Yeah, keep an eye on that 3 rock. Just maybe 3 feet heavier, but there's at least 3 feet difference in curler.
It's quite thin, yeah.
Yeah. You might be able to make the double.
There's enough room there, is there?
I think just.
Change it to pink slides for this one.
Be patient though. Even you just hit it slightly inside and kick that red one a foot, it's out in the open on the intern side, especially with this curl. That's what's impressed me the most with this team this week is their half shots are smart. They're missing most of them, other than the last end, they're missing most of them the right way.
Burgess.
Hard. Little roll.
One and not quite. Too full.
And Pierre. Weren't you signaling less ice?
Just rolled enough to be a nuisance. It's a tricky doubles there. Hit the back one with a lot of speed, Joe? Or the front, the right-hand one as thin as possible?
Yeah, I think, and that should be accessible.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're just looking to play a little hit and flop here.
Yeah, if you could ever get to the corner of the buried one.
Four sheets in play. On this Wednesday morning, we are on sheet C.
Güzel.
Just about.
Yeah, and he kind of rolled to the left, would have left a double for Canada.
Val Sweeting.
Little bit. 10. Curl. Nice. You gotta get her over here.
Trying to help this over now is Burgess.
Keep going.
Here we go.
Straight. Stop.
Late licks. Here we go. Back and forth and roll it over on top. Very nice. Shot rock, however, still does belong to Turkiye. Center line, back button.
Here's the, as you mentioned last time, the same recipe here for Turkiye. Guard for your life. This is very, very dangerous. That's so lined up. Great shot by Val.
I thought we might see a freeze, try to get to the inside, get another rock in there. This rock will be coming into the ring, so you don't want it too tight.
You almost have to overlap it a fraction, and that's risky because then it might expose Val's rock.
Güzel.
Double guard olacak kızlar da.
Valla hızlı.
So 3 other games are on the ice, Kathy.
And a very slow start for Norway, giving up a steal of 2 and 2 to go down 4-0, but did bounce back with the 2 last end. In the Japanese-Italian game, Stefania Constantini could have hit and stuck for 2 to tie, but elected a tough double for 3 and did not make it. That's why she trails. And Canada absolutely played Sweden at the right time. Isabella Verano starting to really show what we thought we would see from her team this week.
Yeah, Canada played them in game 1 and won that one. Also, if you were with us earlier in the week, the Danish second, Katrina Schmidt, the 17-year-old, remember she left the game not feeling well. She missed 2 subsequent games, and so that she's back in for Denmark.
Definitely straightened out in that spot.
Dream scenario here for Canada.
Had a good finish too on it. So
Yeah.
2 vermeye oynarız diye düşünüyorum. Dart da olur.
Çok da geride olmasın, tep de olmayacak çünkü.
Şöyle çizgisi önemli.
Valla göster aynı yerden.
Bu mu?
He?
They looked at the thin double. You probably could get both of them, but it's not easy. But look at this, like 7 feet of curl, Vic. If this guard over or under curls, and there's a huge chance that can happen. You're looking at a 4.
Reaksiyonu ya 4-2. 4-2.
Yeah, that double is just so thin.
Yeah.
This is a really tough situation for Turkiye.
Dokuz ama 3. Berfi sen de yön. 3. Oo. Dönsün.
Karaman.
Hep dönsün.
Set.
Eve giriyor.
Got to get into that center line.
Okay.
Still dangerous. You run that straight back. You sit 3.
Yeah, line's perfect, just way tighter than they would have wanted. They wanted that probably 4 feet farther outside the rings.
Onu atsa bile biz de içeride kalacağız. Aynen.
Vursun ben de çıkarırım olmadı.
Can get it either way. This might be the best way to get it across the top. That saves all 3 Canadian rocks.
I like that. Yeah, you got it, Kara. Throw good.
The dangers if you stuff this red. So Val's got to make a decision left or right.
Terry Einarson tried a couple of runbacks in that end where they just gave up the steal of 1. Didn't work out this time. Have you got it this time? Have you got it this time? Oh, and you will sit down. And right now, they sit the 2.
Just got caught in between again.
It is extremely loud in here. School kids are here to support the curling, and Carly was helping that one curl, but they couldn't hear the whoa call from Carrie Einarson.
Or just simply roll here, one or the other. Double, I think, looks like there's enough room on the out-turn side.
Şurası zaten.
Değil mi? Tamam. Taşın dışından
gelecek.
Evet. Taşın dışından göster, pil atayım.
Öyle yapacağım zaten. Şöyle göstereceğim.
Tamam. Sen de.
Get that little thinner on the red coming in, Vic. You're sitting the 3 with virtually no guards. But the double's made perfect. I think Canada is forced to a single. Flat though. What do you need here, Joe? 7 seconds maybe? Or are they just rolling under?
Well, based on where the broom is, I'm assuming they're just playing a hit and roll.
Gotta be close.
If they were
4 positive.
If they were playing the double, I think you'd see the broom close to where they want to hit it.
It's coming pretty hard.
Final stone for D-Sat Yildiz. Here they go. Got it through. Now we're coming across. Oh, very nice. But is it available now?
Certainly is, but only for 2. Also caught in between. A little thicker, you're frozen or buried. A little thinner, you only had to move that 1.5 feet.
Taşın tam göbeğine göstersek ancak döner.
Took a lot of ice.
Hızlı attım. Aynen.
Just that little tap, eh?
Yeah.
Just sat on that corner.
Make sure to look up, guys. It's loud. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a situation. Outside sweeper jobs.
Okay. You got it, Kara. Let's make it.
Carly will be doing the sweeping. Shannon needs to communicate. Watch for signals.
Yeah, so much more pressure on that outside rusher. Watching the lines. Something that they've worked on in trying to develop their chemistry now. Here we go, Burgess. You can hear hard now. Stay with it. Here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And you've got it for 2. 5-3 Canada. Turkiye and Canada on this Wednesday morning at the World Women's Curling Championship here in Calgary. Welcome back. So that's the first deuce generated by the Canadians. I mean, they stole the 3, granted, in that first. but that's a nice conversion after giving up that steal of 1 in the third. So we go to 5, and it's Turkiye with Last Rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones. Center line guard up for the Canadians. Around they go. Corner goes up from the team from Erzurum. And snuggling up beside. Carrie Einarson in that fourth.
Absolutely imperative to make this. It's not the hardest shot in the world, but we've talked along about the sharper rocks. It started to straighten out a little bit. You could have overthrown this in a heartbeat. Very nice.
And that's for the 2 to give them the lead. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together. As we watch Shannon Burchard.
Okay, that works. It's not a bad spot.
Actual under curl on the red freeze. That it's what tends to happen. You take so much ice, pebble wears off a bit, a little less bite with these sharp rocks, and you start to get a little less curl, a little more speed. Constant adjustment. It's great, really.
Yok, güzel hızlı. Hızlı mı? Evet, hızlı. Bek kızım. Bek kızım. Dönsün.
Lots of speed on this one.
Polat. And very nice to bump the Canadian stone back edge of the 4 foot.
Yeah. That looks pretty juicy. I'll get it right up the angle. Like control.
I like your first
I like the yellow.
Short race double is the best outcome.
Right into the right into Mickey's ears there.
Might even scoop the other one
I like
out.
control.
Burgess trying to keep it out. Keep it out there. Got to angle it right back here. Right into the ears. Bang, bang. Oh, and very good.
Ooh, that was tight.
Brilliant line call. Yeah, no kidding.
Great shot. It was tough to hit that one on the side of the 4 foot first.
Thus keeping it buried. Very nice. You run back that top one, make the double. It redirects onto that red. You almost have to go out turn again.
Karttan gidelim. Bu mu? Dokuz istiyor.
Easily run one of these yellows into that open red.
Yeah, I think if you're Turkiye, though, you can't leave that yellow there. It's just too usable for Team Canada.
Kahraman. Sengel on the brush. And across the top. Oh, they're going to kill their own. And that won't go. So Canada without Last Rock sitting 3.
They just made it with the out turn. I was surprised.
Bence fazlaydı bu.
Bilmiyorum, elim mi?
Nice opportunity now. Your guard.
She was 70% last night in the loss to Switzerland. Well, Sweden.
We got room. Room, pivot, pivot. Easy, you're killing it.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that, Cho. She said you're killing it. What were they doing?
So the speed was light out of Val's hands. You saw Carly Burgess jumped all over it. She was down the whole way down the sheet trying to keep this rock alive, but when you sweep it, you do straighten it out as well. So you're killing the line is what she's saying. I heard a 3 called out of the hand. That's with the number system. That's a tight guard. So they're trying their best to do what they can with that rock.
Polat. 1-2, and just by, and that one will go. One thing you notice, Russ, and I guess it has to do with a little bit of the sharpening of the stones being a little sharper. Well, the stones aren't as lively today. They're not going through the house quite as quickly.
Yeah, they're a little more abrasive on the bottom to get that curl. Therefore, they'll grab a little more, not quite as sensitive for speed. The other thing that's starting to happen, though, is we've had 2 undercurls on come-arounds here. One on a freeze from Turkiye and Val's last one. So
it's the same management, though. Turkiye swept that one end to end as well for speed. So it's one of those things where you got to be close for speed out of your hand so that they don't have to sweep it for distance. Allow the line to kind of work a little bit.
Yeah, but as they say, less curl. Got to be careful.
Oh, dear. Wow. Wow. To sit the 3 again without last rock.
Good spot.
And the difference right now is the Canadians, unlike last night for that, as we said, first 7 or 8, Canada did not dictate play. They are today forcing Turkiye to chase.
It is looking slowly but surely a little bit better for Turkiye, though Osner Polat made a nice double on her first to kind of create some space. That was a good hit from Val Sweeting, but now the forfeit's available.
Like a 3 guard. 8. Berfiro! Si!
Hiç bırakma.
Yoni! Si! Yoni dönmesin! Devam Berfin!
Trying to come around top 4 here.
Devam et, hiç bırakma.
Sen Berfin çok iyi. Yap Berfin, yap. Dönsün.
Getting a little crowded. And they'll just get it to the center line and in behind. So Canada still shot stone. Back edge of the 4-foot.
It could jam there.
I think you're okay. What else are you thinking?
I'm just going to straight draw. Straight now, even if she makes this, might roll under, but...
Yeah.
Or we draw that way, but we're kind of grouping them, right?
Yeah, I think you're okay with this if you're like there, even if you go to like.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Wide or turn draw or slash that yellow one in. It would be the 2 favorite options.
The problem with playing the yellow onto the red is Yildiz is going to play the come around, try to generate a skips 2.
And I'll give you hand signals.
I'd love to be off and on and then finish it in.
Yeah.
So Clary's trying to keep the pressure on Turkiye here.
The slash is pretty thin.
I like this.
Back, right?
Yeah. Okay, so we're thinking like 14-2?
Yeah, that's really close.
14-3.
You like that, Broom, or hair more?
That's the hog time they're talking about. For reference,
more, but I think this is close.
last night it was a high 14, like a 14-7 to the tee line. Now it's a 14-2. Every second's about 6 feet, so 3 feet slower. Nothing crazy, just need a little extra out of the hand. A couple options here. They'd love to come around and top button and be shot, but if it's light, they could corner freeze the red in the 8-foot.
Terry Einarson her first. You heard the front end talking about it too. Go back and forth as they have to and then finish it in just because of the
Got to get off the guard
out here, and they won't get off that guard.
Wow.
Okay.
13-9.
Yeah, that's as we talk a lot about it. It's starting to straighten out a little.
She kind of spun that one a little.
Yeah. Wait was close. Sorry, I didn't.
Wait would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I think we just killed it. Like you guys, I like brought it back.
Yeah.
I think we can be easy in that pass now.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh shoot.
I
Yeah, so as we're seeing the paths are getting more worked in. The first couple ends, you kind of had to be brooms down, aggressively sweeping everything.
Based on where hers ran, like stayed way out there, like
Yeah.
Huge to make the double here. You might, if you know you're getting it thin at the back, you're guaranteed the double, you try to roll it possibly under. Don't want to miss the double by doing that, though.
T-set, Yildiz. Single. One. Oh, and off her own. And there's the catcher over there that may pay dividends for them.
Sneaky.
But it is still Canada sitting the one, back edge of the four.
Huge weight on that. Nice chance now. Sink another one.
Yeah, so just the conversation Canada had after Carey's first. Compared to the first couple of ends, now if you jump on a rock early, you can really straighten out that line. So thrower has to be close out of the hand.
You want full four here, hey?
Yep. Make it absolutely perfect. What do you think
Carey, you got it.
speed here?
I'm thinking, can I give you what I just threw?
I wouldn't mind
touch
a few
less.
feet less. Yeah.
Atamazsa? İnşallah atamaz.
You know, we always talk about the line calling and the release on the day after the rocks are sharpened, but it's also so much harder on the brushers because what you've been doing for the last 4 days, you can't do today.
True.
Without negative consequence.
Yep, stay down.
Nice, great.
Top four.
Hard.
Yesterday was a struggle for Carey.
Line's perfect.
68 and 72 were her percentages.
Nope.
But she'll forget about the numbers if you can put it in the right spot now. And she's put it underneath and on the lid as Canada sits the two.
What was that? 4-1.
Yakın desin. Yaptır gelsin.
Good shot.
Good call. Little.
8.
Yeah,
Went
little
okay in that
stickier in
inside
there.
track.
Your point, Kathy. The rushers can ruin this one in a hurry. It's
Yes.
Obviously, you got to get it by or you're 4 down.
Back four.
Aynen.
So easy to be too proactive here and don't get to finish.
Aynen.
So draw the butt for the skipper and make the brushers make it.
8.
Aynen. 75 gibi olur.
Canada sitting the two.
Belki dönsün.
Çizgi güzel. Dönmesin.
D-set, Yildiz.
Dönmesin.
Single.
Dönmesin.
Kahneman.
Gotta go.
Uh-oh. And here it comes in a hurry. And it's going to come up light. And it'll be another steal of 2 for Canada. Steal 3 in the first. Steal 2 here in 5. Midway through, Canada leads at 7-3.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together, by PointsBet, the official sportsbook and casino partner of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian, and by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand.
T-set, Yildiz and Turkiye huddling with their coaching staff as they find themselves down as we check the numbers after 5, Joe.
Yeah, the story so far has been a few big steals from Team Canada. In that first end, Canada just adapting to the different conditions better than Turkiye. D-set Yildiz was navigating a port on her last and ended up wrecking to give up that steal of 3. And in the fifth, a little light and tight situation to give up that 2 after Carey Einarson made a nice come around with her last. Numbers that Carey Einarson probably isn't super happy with, but she's made the right ones to keep the pressure on Team Turkiye.
Yeah, that's it. They're just they're dictating play, and Turkiye hasn't responded. The numbers after 5 brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. Trying to rebound after a loss last night to Switzerland. let's check the other games. They've all reached the midway point, Catherine.
Well, and it has been a struggle this morning for Norway. It was just facing 4 and just ticked off a top one and wound up spinning out, giving up another steal of 2. That is a lopsided game. And for the Italians, just got themselves back in before the break, scoring a 3, and so that game is closer. And China and Sweden, after Sweden took a huge controlling lead in a very tight game, 3 for China in 5, and that's why they are all tied up.
As we said to you last year, 5 losses did get you into the playoffs, top 6 of course, and the only team on the ice right now in that situation with 5 losses is Norway, and their young team, their rookie team, Torlid Bjornstad from the Oppdal Curling Club. So they're at 5 losses, trying to avoid a 6th as we welcome you back. Second half underway on this Wednesday morning from Winsport Event Center. The World Women's Curling Championship. Canada leading 7-3. Steal of 2 gives them the big jump. And here in 6, once again, it's Turkiye with Last Rock. And they have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
Devam et Yildiz. Dönmesin.
Dönmesin Özür abla. Sen güzel gidiyor.
Onur devam et.
Amca tatlı ver.
Yildiz kızlar gitsin yeter. Dönsün Özür dönsün.
Yavaş.
Yap. Girdi. Dokunsa bile yeter. Sonra sayı alırız. Aynı hızı attı.
Aynı hız.
May not have gotten there.
Girmedi değil mi?
Doesn't look like it, does it?
Very close.
Based on the body language after the sweep finished, I would assume it's out. Still a usable stone, though.
I don't really want to go here. It's too close.
Okay, so super tight? I don't like that.
What?
Super tight?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like open side. I feel like that's...
So Carly's first ended up going back 8, a little bit faster after that mop during the 5th end break.
Shannon Burchard.
3-4.
Easy, car.
3-4.
Always valve.
My rock.
The keep in here is okay. Right there. 5-1.
That works.
Good, Shannon. That's good.
It's quite fast. 15-1. Kind of dusted into the top of the rings. You probably could have swept that to at least the top 4.
Yine.
Evet.
Tamam.
What's the play for Canada now? You're up by 4, Russ. You've seen the fact that the other team hasn't been able to respond to or make the shots when needed. Do you just load it up, as it appears they're doing here, and just say, all right, Turkey, take your best shot?
Yes, exactly. Watch out here, though. This is gone. Yeah, it's apples and oranges, Vic, at this point in time, or in this case, what, apples and lemons. You're 4 up, so it's basically, without risky elimination. It's early enough to start doing that with a 4-point lead. The ice is good enough to do that. The skills are there. Just keep hitting. But 5 rock roll, no tick zone. It's tougher than it looks.
And it's one of those things where obviously you're going to play to remove the opposition stones as much as possible, but
I don't want to get anything here.
you also are thinking, if you're Canada, okay, no more than 2. You don't like giving up the easy 2, but let's pretend that the come around hadn't bombed through the rings. Let's pretend it got fully buried under the double guards. Maybe you try the chase, but you have to make sure that you don't blow by, that you wreck on the guard, if anything.
A lot like football, Vic, where you're up 20 points with 5 minutes to go. You don't mind giving them the odd first down. You just can't give them the home run ball.
Yeah, you just play a softer defense.
Yeah, and the unfortunate part, though, you can give up 2, then get forced, and then give up 2, and all of a sudden it's tight at the end. And you mentioned it earlier, Joe, Team Canada is very good at switching gears. As this goes along, like, look at the situation. They're going to be sitting probably 4 after this drops. If Turkiye goes around a corner again, they might just start guarding. So many young teams have that plan. You're told to get a plan for each situation at the start of every end. But partway through, don't be afraid to switch it up because of the rock locations.
Yep, hard. Gotta go. Hard, hard. Really, really hard. Hard. Hard. Gotta roll it.
Okay.
No, it was just, she didn't set it.
Heard that a couple times from Carrie Einarson when Val Sweeting has over curled. She's just talking about her release. She said, oh, she didn't set it. So that's something that
She's just like soft with it. Like she didn't, it wasn't her normal,
until this game, if you had any kind of outward motion on release, you would miss way wide, especially on a hit. But now with the rocks touched up and curling a little bit more, you have to have that type of release. I'm just a little bit surprised because this is not the first time Val's played with rocks that are sharper. Whatever's happening, though, she's just not quite giving that rock the direction that it needs.
See?
Osner Polak.
Going way wide here. As wide as we've been coming home on that intern side.
Trying to utilize the stagger at the top of the rings here.
And coming all the way back.
Elimizi biraz da arttırdık da ona
Shot
gerek
stone
yoktu
belongs
ya.
to Canada.
80.
Center line. Just top edge of the floor.
Okay.
Just rip it. Good, Val, so good.
Just enough space here. Half a rock or less will do the job.
Love to take your back yellow with it if you could, I think.
Oh, for sure. That was backed up.
Yep, hard, hard.
Burgess. Carly Burgess. And away everything goes. But now you've got that little bit of a stagger, and that's the obvious place to go.
Sure is. You make the double, it doesn't do you any good.
Nice toss.
You need a mistake out of Carrie Einarson.
Okay. I'll say loop around, I think.
This is a situation where if this is made well, if it's behind the tee line, Carrie Einarson might just follow it.
Kızlar dar ol, dar.
Zaten
Önüne
hızlı.
gelsin bu. Yap, nereye girsin? Yap. Yap güzel, yap.
Şat abla girmez.
Kaçtı
Yakın
bu?
kalır. İşte fark ediyor.
Ha?
Split aynıydı. Diğerini bir tık uzattın ya bak.
Got caught with what I would assume is a double adjustment. So Osner Paulette on her first was maximum line, maximum speed. I think she hit a tighter line early and just had that less weight, and it takes off, makes you look a little silly.
And she's got the best numbers on the team at 80% before that. And 90% with her draws.
You got a carrot, they're good.
So Einar's going to try to go in behind, is she?
Yes.
Keep the pressure on. Leading 7-3 as we play here in 6.
Top line. Yeah, line. Line. Line. Line. Line. Top line.
Burgess.
Yep.
Now, Pritchard joins them. Can you sneak this by?
Well, just a little flop.
And a little rub and roll off. They sit 3.
Really good error, though.
Yeah, straight.
I'd love to see this type of surface virtually all the time. Make 7 feet of curl mandatory. Now people are going to scream at that, especially if you have no rotation. But to me, it separates the good from the great. And you look at the percentages here. Team Canada's down 4% because it's a little tougher. That maybe got by last night, so they're 4% worse. Turkiye is 14% worse because it's a little tougher adjustment for the good team compared to the great team. And you'll see the differences with this big curl.
There.
Ya keep it in. Çıksa, bu da bununla vurur böyle kalsa.
Olacak ki.
2 tane
Sen
taş çıkar, o taş içeri girecek. O taşlar içeri girerse belki şey olur. Onlar için bir sıkıntı olur. Bilmiyorum. Ben de sadece
Now
bu
what,
bir
Joe?
alternatif.
run that in, make a double, and try to roll in.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet at the multiple. The problem is if Yildiz can figure out a way to get around these yellows in the top of the rings, that side 8-foot is coming straight back.
Yeah, I think Einarson was smart to actually wreck.
Şuradan gelmesi bile daha kolay.
Bunun arkası peki?
Yani.
Ama işte
Çünkü
onun
bunu
arkasından
geniş bile geçse direkt geleceği yer şurası. Arkasına dönmez yani.
Bence de öyle. Çünkü bu çok dönüyor ya. Normal dönmeyen yine olsaydı belki.
Aynen ya, onu yapalım bari ha.
Aynen bence de.
Phil.
Aha. Neyse bakalım.
Öyle bazen gösteriyor ki çok kolay gibi.
Score the way it is, you're going to try somehow to sneak that red one in there. All you can hope for is a double here. One yellow will stay, but you'll have that red one in there. You'll have 2 in the paint if this is perfect.
Yildiz at her first. Desperate here as they trail by 4, playing in 6. Sengold. And can't hold the raised rock. Shooter stays out in front. Only gets rid of 1.
Noticeably narrow there.
Ahead here.
Yeah. There's might be a couple feet slower.
Same
this
speed, you
time.
just gotta keep it there a little bit.
Pardon? Yeah.
Same speed, you just gotta keep it there.
Yeah, and I think if she keeps it there, it'll run a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Get a care? Just tuck it around. Yep. Yep.
So Canada's sitting 2. They
Should be able to throw similar weight here.
can try now, as you heard her say, tuck it around.
Obviously have a great idea what this path does.
Keep it there with the release. So they want this rock to run down the sheet, not get in a tight line early.
Keep it out.
Keeping it out. Burgess.
Coming off.
Line.
Now Burchard joining her.
Okay.
And one more time.
Just clean. 15-1.
Rub it off. Rub it off.
What's happening there?
Just a hair light. Another pound there. You get that by.
Thought I added more.
Thought you left with a little extra.
I think it's just a little, you need a little spinny out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep it there.
15-1. 15-08.
Yeah, they had to take a wider line.
In-turn is really the only path that's still like always getting there kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to.
You have to take a wider line. You heard Val say, I think you might need a few feet extra. Sweepers thought that should be okay, and sometimes you just make the wrong hypothesis.
Yani onu
You make the double, but can you hold closer than that back one?
Drop'u da zaten normalde böyle gösteriyoruz.
Again, you talk about what you leave. I think it's better for Einarson to miss like that than to go back 4 foot and leave Yildiz some backing.
Yeah.
Now this forces Turkiye to go really wide.
Şöyle tutmam lazım.
Ne alaka oğlum?
Ya
What
uzaktan
about
daha böyle
the
oluyor ya.
out turn draw?
Canım oraya atmaz zaten süngere çıkarsın.
Oh yeah, that's way more space on that side.
There we go.
O yüzden diyorum.
Buradan geliriz.
Huge port. It's a draw the button path.
Birazcık fazla verirsin.
Yeah, you'd have to put the broom maybe even outside the bumper to go on the right side of the screen here.
Yeah.
It is a must-have for Turkiye. They trail 7-3. Canada is sitting 3.
8 mi? Tamam.
Çok öyle 85'ler olmasın,
Aynen.
sadece yeter.
Tamam. Temas bile yetiyor bizde.
Aynen.
Draw weight has not been her friend. Yildiz. Just 55%.
Sefo iyi hissettim. Ben
İyisi daha.
Got to come through the hole, grab a piece of the forefoot. It's a draw against 3.
Ti. Ti. Yapma.
Backfoot.
Dönsün.
Backfoot.
Nothing yet. Single, a Karaman, all on its own.
Backfoot.
Has to sit down. sit down and has to sit for them, and will scooch and go to the back 8. Steal of 1 for sure. And it looks like it could be a steal of 2 more. It is.
2 yellow.
Canada extending their lead now up to 9-3. As Canada comes in with a record of 5-1, and they will go down to 6-1 as Yildiz has thought about it, and they will shake here after 6. Remembering, at the world level, you only have to play 6 ends. Canada wins it, make the final 9-3. A nice bounce back after the loss last night to Switzerland on this Wednesday morning.
Everyone back home, thanks for cheering.
Well, the Canadians rebound after a loss to Switzerland last night with a 9-3 win of Turkiye. And it's the stolen points, 3 in the first, 2 in 5, and 2 in 6. And yeah, the number's still a little bit off for Kerry Einarson and company. Game Story is brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. Here's Kathy with Val Sweeting.
Val, it's a very impressive bounce back after last night. How did your team park it, and you personally as well?
Good, I guess. I mean, I know it wasn't our best game last night, but, you know, we still took them to an extra. So, yeah, I think we knew they were sanding the rocks tonight, so it'd be completely different. So that was also a good reset.
We saw the difference in the sanded rocks. Talk to us about, as a thrower and a line caller, the difference it made today versus, say, the other 4 days.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot different than last night. It was pretty straight on that one side. So I think just trusting that you can keep it there and sweep them aggressively. Then we kind of got caught on the other side in that one end where it did straighten out a little bit. But yeah, I think just anticipating that curl. But that's kind of what we're used to seeing. So we're definitely comfortable when it's curling like that.
Tonight you play Scotland. This is the middle of 3 splits in a row. What does the afternoon look like for Team Canada?
Yeah, we'll head back to our house and have lunch and get some treatments and have a nap, and then we feel like a new day tonight.
Thanks, Val.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is Scotland coming up, and Faye Henderson with a record of 3-4 against Canada. When we do join you again this evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, as our coverage of the World Women's Championship continues. So we want to go right next door to Sheet D, across the now empty Sheet C, to the game between China and Sweden. The Chinese come in with a record of 3-3. They are skipped by Rui Wang out of Harbin. The Swedes are skipped by Isabel Rano, and they come from a couple of clubs in the Stockholm area. China with last rock down by 2 as we play here in 7. And Sweden is shot rock in behind cover, top 4.
Viktigt att vi bakom 10. Jag gillar 10. Ja, 15. Jag tror 13
Canada played Sweden on day 1 last Saturday afternoon.
Numbers in this particular game favoring Sweden 86-73. Thus, Johan is way down in the stats. Her shots at the 4th position are so tough, 65%, because her last 2 games, back 98, 96.
Canada has played them both. As I mentioned, they were 7-5 winners over Sweden. That was on Saturday, and then they were winners over China 9-3 for a 3rd straight win, and that was on Sunday afternoon. So here are the standings now, advised or revised. And remember, it's head-to-head, which will determine who gets a position. So because Switzerland beat Canada last night, if it ended right now, Switzerland would be ranked 1st. But Canada with a nice bounce back to go to 6-1. And Turkiye, they started off with 4 straight wins. They've now dropped 3 in a row.
come around attempt by Almeida Deval for Sweden. Just a little light. They wanted it a little deeper and try to get it under cover because those reds at the top of the rings are loaded up onto the Swedish stone that shot rock.
Much of a choice here now. 2 up, just hit the back one and deal with what happens next down the middle. But you're right, loaded up is the key word.
Try to roll towards the center line and outcount the top 8-foot red rock.
The gold medal mixed doubles winner curled just 64% in that opening loss to the Canadians. And rolls it inside to grab enough, appears to sit the 2 without last rock here in 7.
It was hard to do. Don't have to whip this because there's a slight angle in the red. If they get it wrong, it could kill one of the reds.
This is a Chinese team that was at the Winter Games in Cortina, and they struggled there. They went 2-7 and then made the change with Rui Wang throwing third stones and skipping. It's now Yu Han in a third world appearance throwing fourth. And rolls far enough. It looks like they've grabbed enough of that 4 to be the shot rock top edge at around 2 o'clock.
Spilled quite nicely. They're open, but what do you do with it?
Yeah, neither red is very easy to access here.
Om du gaddar det, vad händer då? Ja, tappar.
Vi gaddar, då kommer vi tappa in den så. Vad sa du? Jag måste bara fundera. Om vi själva försöker tappa ner den dit då? Ja,
jag gillar den. Så vickar vi ut med den lite här
Exakt.
också själv.
Jag gillar den.
Tappa den.
Bak 4 fart typ. Ja, de tappar ju lite i träffen.
Finns det någon risk? Vad sa du? Finns det någon risk?
A risky play here. You tap it up, it's good, but you tap it into a, don't get it in the 4-foot. There's a shot for 3.
Det är typ 13-0.
Ja,
You could just rip that right-hand side red out, just peel it right out, and then you're conceding the 2.
2 up, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all the odds, right? What are the odds you're going to make this? All the odds you're going to put it in a good spot to force them to 1.
Isabella Brano and her last. Former world junior champion of 17. Tap it up. Little rub. No, nothing. And will it settle for her? Oh, it's close. Really close. Chinese think it's there. The Swedish stone, I think.
That was really close to perfect. I think it surprised them how much speed there was at the end.
Ja, den är aldrig för mer än 2 i alla fall. Nej.
7th world appearance for Rui Wang.
Short little tap here available for Yuhan. To hit pretty much what you can see. They're just missing a piece from the hack.
Third world appearance for Yuhan. She skipped here in the bubble back in 21, and they went 6 and 7. Ziki Dong back. Oh, and oh my goodness, how could you run that by?
That was really hard to do.
It appears that it is the one. There it is, and Wang will concede it. It is 1 for Sweden, steal of 1 here in the 7th.
1 yellow. 1 yellow.
It's an early morning for the Canadians. Terry Einarson and the team from Gimli as they pick up a 9-3 win over Turkiye. Comes at a good time. Last night an extra. Kept them here at the arena a little late. Debrief, then physio. It was a late night, early morning, so they'll get a chance to have a little more afternoon time before getting back to face Scotland tonight when we join you again at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So we've turned our attention now to China against Sweden. China at 3-3 coming in. Sweden at 5-2. And we go to the 8th after the steal of 1 by Sweden in that 7th. They lead at 7-4. China once again with last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
We talked in the opening, Vic, about how 4, maybe 5 losses is a possibility. Turkiye losing to Canada down to 3 losses. China 3 losses, possibly 4. They have to play each other still.
Still lots to be determined. There was a year where 6 and 6 advanced. It was a 3-way tie situation where there was a last zone draw incorporated, but with 12 game round robin, if everyone kind of beats everyone.
Shows the parity too, doesn't it? You know, there's a lot of teams right in the center there that are so many games. I mean, Norway's lost 4 games in the last shot.
That 98% we just saw from Maria Larson is beyond impressive to me, with conditions being so different today.
Oh, very nice to get them all.
Well, and Sweden has really played well this game. What leaps out if you look at the scoreboard is the 5th end, that big 3 for China. It was an end that Sweden just left them off the hook, but otherwise very much the Swedish team we expected to see this week.
Really great swing shot there by Ziki Dong. Now there's 3 corner guards available, so Sweden can't really remove them all, and really hate playing around the corners when you don't have last rock.
Tempting to double off those 2. That's pretty easy. I know there's 1 left, but it's only 1. You're 3 up.
Especially, with the scoreboard up by 3. Double off those corners. If China comes around the other one, you peel it, and it's no more than 2 this end.
Okej, bra. Den var lite rakt satt. Jag trodde inte den var I bot, när den satt 12 nära. Jag bara,
So you freeze on top of that. It's very difficult because Sweden left the guards.
And the fact that, you know, giving up more steals today, maybe, possibly, could be, perhaps, is up to, it's because of the sharpness of the stones, right?
You might be right.
Thank you.
Potentially.
No, that's exactly it, Vic.
Don't want to go out on a limb. But everybody forced to adjust to whatever game you're in and whatever sheet you're on.
I mentioned earlier, and sake of repeating myself, it's good for the sport when there's this much curl.
Well, they have to think the 5 teams that are off this morning are watching and will be taking more broom and thinking more rotation, just having watched this morning.
I've got my hand up here. I'd like to offer an opinion. Wouldn't they, yes, I agree, but wouldn't they also have now these stones will have calmed down a little bit?
Yes.
And so tonight, it may not look the same as it does right now.
Yes. And they, sorry, Joe, they might clip a little bit less too. It's a fine line.
And it all comes down to adaptability when you play in these championships on arena ice. The conditions can change from the start of the game to the end of the game. It's whichever team can see it once and learn. Have one person miss, feed it up the lineup. Those are teams that come out on top at the end of the week.
See, Kathy, you taught me well.
Oh boy. That's 1 for 1,000.
Yeah.
Worked so hard.
Rui Wang, bronze medalist a year ago in Guizhou. Boo.
China's got something cooking here. Almeida Deval chopping off on her freeze attempt.
And over and sit down, and I think they may be sitting the 2.
Oh, Team Sweden wish they played the double peel when they had the chance. Gotta be careful here now. They can get out of this obviously with a really good one here, but going around trying to play a freeze around a corner guard without Hammer with a 3-point lead is not what they envisioned.
That's how they gave up the 3.
Is that right?
Yep. Kolla upp. Behöver kalla lite. Vänta. Ingen fart. Den är fortfarande lång. Bara vänta.
Sitt snälla sitt. Bra.
Just stop. Never ticked the top red, it would have geared out in the open. Good shot.
I think it even tapped back the back red, so then now the top yellow's out counting it.
Tror de kan komma upp och tappa den? Ja, det kan de, men jag borde alltid få någon typ av slagning då.
These two have really swapped positions a number of times. At the 22 games in Beijing, it was Yuhan skipping, and they went 4 and 5 in those games. This is a Chinese program that has gone through a lot of changes after the pandemic. Clubs were closed. They lost their program actually, and they had to fight their way back through the B side, the B flight, to get here.
Missed opportunity there for Wang. They were just looking for the freeze, I believe, and a little too much weight didn't come up. That was actually quite a bit too much weight with how far that shooter rolled off. You assume 8th end going down the middle in the slide path for so much of the Rocks path that it'll be slowing down a little bit, but we have not seen very much slowdown at all this whole week.
Because the rocks have been sanded, they can clip less, so the pebbles should last longer.
Former world junior champion Isabella Brano from the Östersund and Sundbjergs clubs in Stockholm. And unable to hold the shooter there.
Isabella won't be happy with that one.
Oh.
This Chinese team based in both Harbin and Beijing. G.I. Zhang and Ziki Dong on the brush and over curl.
Struggling a bit with the speed.
So it's an advantage for Rano in the numbers over Han, and it's reflected on the scoreboard too. Sweden leading 7-4. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Kan de skjuta sin kår nu i sådana fall? Där då? Ja.
Turn it up looks easier. I guess you could split the rings.
Exakt. Exakt.
You'd have to be perfect.
Yeah, the only danger with splitting the rings, if you ever end up being light, you might leave an angle for a double.
Det är ett lätt spår här, Bella. Ja. 16,5 är bra. Nej, 17,5 funkar också. Vi är lite längre ut. Ja. Men jag tror det går bra ändå. 16,5, 17,0. Ganska nära, va? Ja. Ja. Okej. Lite lös. Ja, håll linjen. Mellan! Linje. Okej, jag håller. Mellan! Hög! Ligger bra, ligger bra. Hög! Hög! Hög är bra, hög är bra. Fortsätt! Kom igen, kom igen. Räcker nästan när den är över. Den är över. Kan dra lite. Bara stanna nu då. Linda, gå. Wow. Ja, räcker. Okej, bra.
Where she had her brush hit, is that where they wanted that guard?
Deeper, yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, I think he can get around and get this now because he obviously don't have to move it far. And so much space to get curl.
Yeah, they had to stop sweeping that because it was curling too much. They wanted that a good 12 feet closer to the rings.
Very makeable here.
Just got to get the speed right. If you overthrow this, it will not catch the curl.
B for a couple?
Yes. Looks like red's a hair closer than that top yellow.
Final stone, Yuhan. Down by 3. Just touch it back. And this gone too.
Yep.
Wow. And so now it's 1 for sure. They'll have a look, I'm sure, around the edge. No, they're going to kick them away. So it'll be a steal of 1, Sweden here in 8. As they look to go to 6 and 2. Chinese having a little chat. And they'll make their way down. It appears we'll go one more here on this Wednesday morning. It's Sweden against China. Late now on this Wednesday morning here in Calgary, the World Women's Curling Championship from Winsport Events Center. We're watching this one now after Canada's win 9-3 over Turkiye. Carrie Einarson and the team from Gimli, Manitoba off the ice early with a record now of 6-1. And Sweden with consecutive single steals in 7 and 8 and in control up 8-4. We go to the 9th. China with last rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstone. Chinese lead is G.I. Zhang.
Oof. Just stopped in time. Otherwise, it'd be a red double coming.
Been quite the year for Swedish curling when you consider Isabella Vrano, along with her brother, winning the mixed doubles gold, and then on the women's side of things in Cortina, Anna Hasselborg winning a second gold medal. But it was predetermined, Kathy, that this team from Sweden would come here. Well, predetermined. They won their, they didn't have a national championship. They had 6 events that the Swedish organizing federation said that the best team out of those 6 events is going to go to the Worlds, and it turns out to be Vrano.
And you know, something like that being very clear-cut is easy, and it did come down to the final event. And for Vrana, we just wondered how they would do, especially because she just came off a gold medal performance at the Olympics and wasn't training with her team. But what an opportunity for this team to get the experience at the Worlds that Anna Hasselborg certainly has.
First time since 2016 it's not Anna Hasselborg, which is really wild to wrap your head around.
And I thought Anna, after the gold medal, would go home and sleep, Joe, but she went straight to Kyrgyzstan to play.
So these are some of the new faces. And when you think about Vrano, Xenia Schwaller, who was a winner over Tirinzoni in their nationals immediately the week following the Olympics, and Delaney Strauss winning the American Championship.
We're seeing Fujisawa that came in and was not looking sharp off the bat, but has really flipped things around and in control in an 8-4 game over Italy this morning, starting to look much stronger.
Great double by Maria Larsson. Even spins the shooter under cover.
Canada will play Japan in their final round robin game on Friday night.
What a great finish when those stopped.
Nestle right in there.
Try not to open it up.
Oh, it's punchable now.
Yes.
Line was perfect, just didn't want to jiggle anything.
Often see this when the score is the way it is. The team is down for us to take tremendous chances. The rocks have to be just perfect to create an error.
Yeah, even this end, China went with a center line guard. You don't usually see that from a team with hammer, but they're taking advantage of the no-tick rule. More and more now, when a team puts up a corner guard, you're seeing the opposition up by a few points, playing that corner tick.
And right through.
A lot of similarities in this Rana team than the Hasselborg team.
Yeah.
Similar deliveries, berm in the ice, get very low, square shoulders, throw it really hard, really accurately.
已经打过2个了啊！我说已经打过2个，那也不是很滑。行，10肯定没问题的。行。正常的6000，还行还行。7，感觉小，正常。小6、5。 正常，顶线，行，加油，磕出来一点也是好球 ，Go Go Go， 磕
Truly Wang. And we'll bounce off again, so that same shot is there.
Here tougher because there's more distance, but yes, it's there, Vic. You might want to kill that left-hand yellow, wouldn't hurt them.
3 fjärdedelar. Okej. Ja, 3 fjärdedelar. Du ser på skärmen. Ja.
Nu tror jag det är Bryce.
Ja.
Amina Deval.
Japp. Nej. Japp. Nej. Japp.
And touches it on the way, doesn't quite kill it.
Probably better though.
I just wanted to get it out from behind or just ahead of the tee line there. Now what if you're China?
Yeah.
Jag sa det till dem innan så bara, jag gillar
There's just nowhere to hide. You could go back 4, second shot, but the triple raise is so simple.
Come off that side yellow, try to make a double thin, and you're undercover. But again, it's a short raise.
Yep.
And it's a really strong hitting team in Team Sweden.
I find more and more teams, 4 up, double peel is the first thing you look at, but more and more teams are switching gears, as you said with Team Canada. This is a wonderful example of that. If you can get this top 12 even, I was trying to get in there.
I think you'll see a lot of teams, especially on skip rocks, at this point for Isabella, even if this goes horribly wrong, let's say she puts it back button or back 4 and then China makes a freeze, the worst thing that's going to happen is China gets 2. Best thing that happens is handshakes, so you might as well take that risk because you're still in a good position up 2 playing the 10th end on the scoreboard. What I see with Canada, though, like you were mentioning, they'll switch gears on Val's rocks sometimes, so a little bit earlier than you're used to seeing, which can pay off, but it also can be risky.
Might have been better to let that curl. He decided it was wide, so they played the raise, but any more curl, there's no outturn port.
I would argue there's barely an outturn port right now, though, Russ.
True.
It did roll in. This does not look good to me from the hack.
Any more curl, and it's gone.
Yep. Probably just thread the needle to get in there. And now with the guard staggered, it's virtually impossible to remove, but you might see the angle slash come in for Sweden on that rock top 8.
And her first. Right now, it's Sweden sitting 5. Can you somehow find a way in here? Watch out now.
Straight card the red here. So much curl, they've decided to go the other way.
To what end? I mean, where are you going to go? If you go deep, you may give them a chance to...
Yeah, they're trying to protect that red that was just thrown. That could be raised in for the single point.
All right.
It's easier to come across the center line.
Oh, I see. Okay,
because
pardon me.
they want it, a good distance off the center line to protect that red.
Right.
Yeah, with that giant curl, you'd be out in the carpet with the outturn.
We'd have to ask Kathy to move the car.
That's it.
If I get those keys again, you'll never see them.
I'm never getting them back. Oh, dear. Have to have a little piece of the button. Sweden is sitting 5. Final stone here in 9. Yuhan. Ziki. and GI. Oh, little rub, roll. You're going to gear in and get enough? No, not quite. Nice try. Very nice. Steal of one. And Sweden adds third straight single steal, and it'll be handshakes. And China will drop to 3 and 4. Sweden goes now to 6-2 with a 9-4 win over China.
The 2026 BKT World Women's Curling Championship is brought to you in part by BKT Tires, growing together. By Home Hardware, locally owned, genuinely Canadian. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
So Canada's win still leaves them in second place because of that head-to-head loss last night to Switzerland. But Sweden climbing up the table. Remember, now they dropped their opener to the Canadians, so Canada has that advantage on them when it comes to the end of things on Friday night. Korea at 5-2. Again, there are the top 6. 6 teams will make the playoffs starting Saturday. China has just dropped a big one to go to 4. Remembering that, of course, last year we had 5 lost team qualify in Uijeongbu. We are in Calgary, site of the 88 Winter Games, where curling was a demonstration sport and now fully recognized. So, afternoon off, coming off a win over Turkiye. Next up for the Canadians, Faye Henderson in Scotland. Tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The Scots will play Korea before that this afternoon here in Calgary. So a nice bounce back for the Canadians after dropping their first last night against Switzerland. A win over Turkiye gets them back on the right track with a record of 6-1. So till we talk with you again tonight, when we join you, Canada, Scotland, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for joining us. The World Women's Curling Championship is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.